Hi everybody, this is Lara with your daily update for Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP. Stepping back and looking at the bigger picture, because today is a downward day and it's probably going to induce a bunch of panic in a bunch of people. Don't panic, look at the bigger picture. This market has a strong bullish bias and there is still a series of higher highs and higher lows. It's very normal for Bitcoin to have very, very deep bear markets. 94% reduction in market value, 93%, 84%, 70%, 77% at the last low in November 2022. A short-term pullback is absolutely normal to be expected volatility. Volume seems to be following price. We have really weak volume at the moment. 14.7 billion for August was the complete for that month. We have to go back to August 2017 to find volume that's lighter. Volume has been lighter, and volume was lighter back here prior to this very major high. So just because volume is light here doesn't mean Bitcoin can't continue in a bull market. What it means is prices are probably relatively low, because that tends to happen when prices are relatively low. Short-term technicals for Bitcoin, we have this little flag pattern. This is turning out to be really useful. They're a half-mast or a continuation pattern. I've taken the flagpole, the high here, the low here, deducted that distance from the breakout. Now we know exactly where price is broken out of the little flag pattern. We can calculate a target with a little bit more accuracy. 22,889 is where I would expect this to end. Before it gets there though, there's support at 24,800. If it gets below 22,889, there's next support below 21,500. I'm expecting it could be fairly likely that Bitcoin could reach all the way down to 19,500, and if it does, I will expect that's where it's going to end. That's the December 2017 high. That's a very major, important high. Volume is pushing price lower, absolutely normal to be expected. Also, that tends to occur at or just before the low. So this could be it. We might just see this downward session. No clear trend from ADX. RSI is still neutral after reaching oversold and exhibiting double bullish divergence. No new signal from on-balance volume. And money flow also reached oversold and exhibited divergence. The weekly chart for Ethereum, I want to draw your attention again to this trend line from this low, week beginning 5th of June 2022, to this low, week beginning 20th of November 2022. I expect a little bit more downward movement for Ethereum to find support at that trend line. Ethereum's Elliott Wave count has a third wave at primary degree within a third wave at cycle degree. Within cycle 3, primary 1 and 2 are complete, and intermediate 1 within primary 3 I have incomplete with minute 1, 2 and minute 1, 2. Minute 2 may not move beyond the start of 1 below 1074.4. The main daily chart for Ethereum sees minute wave 2 continuing lower as as a zigzag with minuet C an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 needs to complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Micro 4 could be over really quickly. It could be over within just 1 or 2 sessions, and then the final short little thrust down for micro 5. If this is the correct wave count for the short term, we may see that channel slightly overshot. That's absolutely fine. Base channels don't always work perfectly, but they do work more often than they fail. For the very short term, the alternate wave count's looking really unlikely. It still needs to see no new low below 1539.71. There's really not that much difference between the two wave counts, really. Short-term technicals, Ethereum also has a little flag pattern. These are reliable continuation patterns. The flagpole distance deducted from the breakout point. Now we know where that is. I've recalculated the target, so it's slightly adjusted. 1475 is where I expect Ethereum might find support. If it breaks below that, then there's fairly good support at 1360. Volume pushing price lower. On balance volume has a little range and it's just broken below support, so that's a weak bearish signal that supports the breakout of the flag. So we have a little bit of confidence Ethereum's probably going to continue at least a bit lower. There is again a downward trend. It's very near very extreme for Ethereum, so given the look of ADX and RSI and money flow, I'd expect when Ethereum finds its low, that's going to be it for its pullback, and the next bullish run to new highs is likely to begin there. RSI reached fairly deeply oversold. It exhibits double bullish divergence, and does money flow. XRP, the Elliott Wave count on the weekly chart sees a primary degree third wave in its early stages. Here's primary 1, leading expanding diagonal, primary 2, a deep double zigzag, primary 3 beginning here, I have intermediate 1 incomplete, another leading diagonal for minor 1, and a deep correction for minor 2, likely to get down to find support about the 40-cent mark. Here's the daily chart. We're looking at minor 2, a double zigzag, W, X, Y. Y, a zigzag, A, B, C, C, an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So XRP also needs a little bit more downward movement to complete sub-minuet 3, and then a very short-term consolidation or bounce to complete sub-minuet 4, which could be over within just 1 or 2 sessions. It could be as brief as this little fourth wave. That's the look I'm looking for here for this little fourth wave. Just a copy of this, really. Alternatively, it's possible also that minor 2 could have been over here. I've adjusted this alternate wave count for XRP a little bit, and this is has a much better fit than trying to see it as a single zigzag. So I can see a double zigzag complete, W, X, Y. The adjustment is in here. In fact, I think I'm going to put A there and B, some kind of combination maybe in here. So minute wave Y now looks okay as a zigzag. It doesn't look as good as minute wave W, because the B wave, I mean, this to me, you might disagree, but I'm really used to impulses in cryptocurrencies and commodities having a curved 3-wave look to it. So this looks more like an impulse than a zigzag to me, because the B wave is so shallow. But I mean, this could be, and this is better than what I had previously. It's one of the advantages I'm finding of doing this analysis for you every day. I am honing in on what I think is the most likely Elliott Wave counts and taking a good look at it every day. I think I'm going to have a little bit more accuracy now I'm doing it in more depth. Anyway, minor 2 over here, so minor 3 underway, may only subdivide as an impulse. I'll have minute 1 incomplete with minuet 1, now minuet 2. Possibly over at this low here as a double zigzag, W, X, Y. This has a decent fit. Minuet 2 may not move beyond the start of 1 below 0.4456. So this is the alternate. So the alternate sees a low could be in place here. The main daily wave count expects price to continue lower to 40 cents. What do the technicals say? The technicals say we're getting a downward breakout from this little consolidation, so price is broken below support. Next support, well, there's some reasonable support at the low back here, which is about 44.4456. If it can break through that, then I will expect pretty strong support at 40 cents. Volume is pushing price lower. Overall, volume is declining and very, very light, very weak. Now that's pretty normal at lows. A little week's bearish signal from on-balance volume today for XRP, so let's expect a little more follow-through from price, at least another downward session, fairly likely. ADX tells us there's a downward trend. RSI reached oversold, exhibits single bullish divergence. As money flow reached oversold as well, exhibits double bullish divergence. So with the look from ADX and RSI there, I would expect the next lows for XRP quite likely to be the final lows for this deep pullback. That's it for me with your update today. Before I go, a quick reminder, we are analysing the euro dollar every day, 5 days a week, with video on Friday on our website, Pure Elliott Wave. It's a subscription. It's incredibly reasonably priced, and if you're trading euro, we've been predicting this market absolutely accurately since the 4th of August. So if you've lost money trying to trade euro since the 4th of August, then subscribing to our euro dollar analysis is probably going to pay for itself within 1 or 2 trades, and you'll be on the right side. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support.